So this is the makeup of the day. I woke up and I'm like, what haven't I done in a while? I really love working with colors, usually darker, more dramatic, more bold. So I woke up and I was like, let's do some more like denim blues. Then I was trying to think of what palettes I haven't used in a while. So I pulled out the Glamlite Halloween 2 palette for this eye look, which ended up going perfectly. It did come out a more grayish, bluish tone. I'm still obsessed with it, and it is the vision that I wasn't picturing today, considering I haven't done a look like this in a while. So if you want to see how I created this eye look, keep on watching. So I am a huge horror fan, like 80s horror, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, all of them are like my obsession. I don't know what it is, I just love 80s horror. So when Glamlite was releasing this Halloween collection, I literally bought the whole PR box. I needed to have it because Michael Myers' John Carpenter series is like my favorite films. I have them on DVD because I don't see them play anymore much on TV during the Halloween time anymore like they used to. So I had to make sure I got those on DVD. But anyway, I realized when looking through my palettes today, this palette actually has been one of my least used ones, which is actually quite shocking. I still kept all the original packaging for this collection, and I'm actually using it as decor on my makeup cart. So this is the palette. It's got a nice like reflective front, which I love. I bought a bunch of the horror eyeshadow palettes from Glamlite, and they are literally my favorite palettes I own, and I don't use them enough, to be honest. But this is the color story for this palette. It is just so beautiful. You can literally do everything with it. So we're actually going to use this today for a look. I kind of want to dip into the blues. I have not used the blues really much in this palette, but we're going to kind of go with the flow and see kind of what I create with it. I did wake up deciding that I really wanted to do like a denim vibe today for my eyeshadow. And that's kind of what leaned me towards this palette, because I feel like this is the one that I own that has true navies. Like I needed a palette that had true navy tones in it, and this was the palette that I was like, wait a minute, I barely used it. It's still in the original packaging. So we pulled that out. I'm actually gonna go in and start with a brown shade though. This is gonna be Trick or Treat, this one right here. I'm gonna go in and use it on a fluffy brush to start using that as our transition shade. We're taking it on the fluffy brush, and I'm going to start on the outer corner with it and then just start buffing it in a C motion. Light pressure and just working it up. Very little. I'm not bringing it to the inner corner because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Whether I'm going to do a cut crease, I don't know what I'm doing yet. So we're going to leave it here on the outer edge for now. Now we're going to incorporate this more blue shade right here. This is the shade Guilty. It's almost like a blue jean color. And I'm taking another fluffy brush, a new one, right in, and then I am going to start by packing that right on top of the brown on the outer corner. But I'm gonna work this one farther in. So yeah, I love like the combination that the blue and the brown created. It almost created like a very muted, a more muted brown, or a more muted blue. Now we're gonna go in with this blue shade right here. It's called Angry. So this one I want more localized, so I am gonna take a flat packing brush with it and dip it just into that blue. And we're gonna work it just on the outer corner at the lash line only, and then kind of like pat it up. So we're focusing the majority of the product right at the lash line and then patting as we go up to help blend it into the rest of the blue. So once you have it laid down like that, you can go in with that brush you used for that first blue and just lightly swipe between the two shades so that you can make it more blended if there's any harsh lines, which I don't really have any harsh lines, thankfully. These are always my go-to shades. So I am like trying to incorporate more everyday looks because I don't normally do them. So when I work, I try to be more everyday friendly with makeup, but most of the time I love dramatic, dark, grungy, colorful, everything looks. Like, I don't like normal makeup. And this is what we got so far. So now you have the option to like do a cut crease if you want. I didn't make my eyeshadow to be for a cut crease. I would have brought it farther in and up just so that I had more room to create the cut crease and blend. But just using the brown and the shades of blue working down to kind of create that transition And then I slightly brought it in because I'm just gonna apply a shimmer to my lid. I think that's going to be like, first off, it's a lot quicker than doing a cut crease. I thought about doing this white shimmer right here in the corner, but I think I wanna go for this more blue tone right here. Options we have, this one's more gray tone, this one has a more blue purple tone with it. I actually think we're gonna use that one. And that is this one right here. Okay, so going in with that shade, we're just gonna take it on our finger and start patting it on the lid closest to the lash line, and then I'll slowly work my way to the inner corner because I do have nails on. Oof, that is way more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, so for primer, we're going in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh. This is their Set It Up primer. It's actually new, and I am absolutely loving this new release from ColourPop. They have a setting spray with it as well that I also did purchase, and oh my goodness. Next up, we're going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I love this stuff. I ended up buying shade 0 finally because the other ones were too warm toned for me, but I also did buy them when ColourPop had just started releasing them and they didn't have many shade options. Now for the e.l.f. Halo Glow, I don't add a lot of it. I just use it to kind of boost some hydration and glow on my skin. It has a slight tint to it, so you can use this as like your foundation in a sense, and then set it with your powder so it's not so glossy looking. I personally like that glossy look because I don't have it naturally. The only time I'm ever oily is like right here and right pretty much my T-zone, but not like up here at all. It's literally just like right here and then these two spots on my cheek. Okay, so we're going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Peach, and concealer is going to be the NYX Bear With Me concealer in the shade Light. Lately, I haven't really been into any like major foundation. I've actually been using powdered foundations, believe it or not, on top of my skincare, which has been working really well for me. Normally I just color correct, conceal, and then put on my powdered foundation. But today we are going to go in with a little bit of the e.l.f. Soft Glam. Pretty good for the most part, so I don't really need a ton of coverage on it. So we're just blending that in with my beauty blender. This beauty blender, by the way, is $1.25 at Dollar Tree. So if you need a beauty blender, and actually comparing it to my normal one that I use, e.l.f., I normally use e.l.f. beauty blenders, and I love like how they are spongy and stuff. This is equal to that for $1.25. At first I was like, meh. And then as I've been using it like wet and just trying it with various products, I have fallen in love with the $1.25 beauty blender. Going in with the Tarte, this is the Sculpt Tape Contour Stick. It is definitely really dark for me, but I figure summer's coming, why not? Okay, for liquid blush, we are doing the Tarte Man Eater Blush and Glow. I've had this also for a while. I bought it the same time I bought the contour stick because I was at a point where I was trying different base products that I wasn't used to. I decided to just grab a bunch of Tarte stuff. So there was that. This blends so beautifully into the skin with the contour. Just like nice and natural. Okay, so now we're ready to set the rest of our face. I'm going in first to set my under eyes because those suckers love to crease. I'm just taking a light amount of powder on my brush and just going underneath my eyes to set before I do any more powder. And with the ABH loose setting powder, I'm just taking that puff and going all over my face with it. I've been really impressed though. I've been trying some new skincare products lately. I've been really on a journey lately trying to find like good skincare as I notice my skin changing. So that is something definitely that I've been working on. I think it's been going very well considering I've been getting a lot of compliments on my skin and people telling me I look younger than my age. I'm just gonna take that and just tap it right here. As you can see, it's like super pigmented. I start by tapping first and then bring it in and up. Okay, now going in with the blush, this is the ColourPop Swirled. And we're just going to apply that. I start at the apple of the cheeks with this one and then work my way up. And I do bring it to underneath my eyes because I like everything to blend in, and it helps also add a little more color correcting because I need it. We need the color correcting. I see a lot of people using red blush now. I'm a little nervous to use red blush. I don't know if red blush would look good on my skin. I'm so pale. And everyone's like, well, you know, it's like the natural flush of skin. And I'm, Have you ever seen me flush? I look like I got beat up. Okay, so now going in, I'm going to take my banana powder again by Anastasia, and I'm taking it on my powder puff, and we are just going to bake. A lot of people don't like doing this, especially if you have dry skin. I have dry skin, but I do add a lot of hydrating product to my face, and that includes a lot of setting spray. So I like to do this because it helps clean everything up, and it allows my makeup to last, especially like once it starts to reach like the heat of summer, or if I'm at an event hugging people. Like, this helps really bring that extra protection I need. So while the baking was setting, I did go ahead and smoke out my lower lash line, as well as add some liner and mascara. And now I'm just gonna buff away the bake. So I allowed it for a couple minutes. And then now we're going to remove it, and then we're going to set with our setting spray. Okay, so we're going in with one of my new favorite setting sprays. This is the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. This is like almost empty, so hopefully there's enough here, but we're just gonna set. It's definitely empty. Hold on, I gotta get my other one. All right, so now we're gonna go in and apply the Ardell Demi Wispies. So I'm gonna put the glue on them, and then I gotta find a lip color. Okay, so for lip color, so far I decided on the ColourPop Lippy in 951. This is a lip liner, and I think we're gonna go in, I don't know how these two are gonna pair together, but I thought this was the perfect shade for this eye look. This is the Anastasia. It's old, so I'm not sure if it's still available, but this is called Reason. And it's just like a very cool toned purple. It's almost like a purple brown. So I think with the eyes, it's gonna go pretty good. Let's put the lashes on and decide. Okay, so I did go in and add a slight glossy balm on top of the lipstick, just because I felt like it was too drying. And then when I did that and I put my lashes on, I felt like everything just completed each other. I do really love this lip color with this eye look. I think it blends very beautifully together, and it just flows. So this is the finished look. I absolutely am obsessed. It's been such a long time. These are the looks that I absolutely love doing, my go-tos. I've been trying to be more everyday friendly. However, my heart always sits with like the dark, dramatic eye looks, colorful, everything bold. I just think we need to come back to a more dark grunge type of vibe. I'm forever stuck in my emo phase. So I think it's something that I'm always going to roll to. I also think that our age shouldn't hold what type of makeup we wear. I literally will be 80 years old wearing eyeshadows like this. As long as my hands work, I will be doing this because I absolutely love it. And I don't think we should stop when we hit certain ages with certain eyeshadows or even certain makeup styles. While we should adapt it to how our skin's changing and how we're changing overall, if it's something you truly love and really want to use, just do it. Thank you so much for watching. My channel has been growing so quickly over here lately, and I'm just so honored and thankful for all of you who have subscribed, who enjoy watching my content. I'm hoping to be able to do more stuff like this. This is just where my heart is, but I will be incorporating still everyday stuff, beginner friendly. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.